Hello and welcome to the All Are Welcome podcast. This is episode 2. My name is Red. My channel is Red the Deer, and I'm the owner of Sleighingit.Online and a content creator for it as well. We are with Victoria and Coughlin.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Coughlin. My channel is Panda Coughlin, and I'm also a content creator for Sleighing.Online.
Absolutely. I'm Victoria, and my channel's name is Victoria Aurora. I am the community manager and content creator for Sleighing.Online.
So how's everyone's week? How'd your week go, babe?
Good. Phenomenal. Amazing. Affiliated in a week.
Yeah, got affiliate. Yeah.
Affiliated in a week.
Woo!
Yeah, so
You already got some subs under her belt too.
I know, it's envious. It's envious. You started streaming on Saturday.
No, it was Thursday when we got snowed in.
Oh, last week Thursday.
Last week Thursday, I got snowed in. So you have to do 7 days in 1 month to get the one achievement within the affiliate status.
Doesn't have to be in order.
Does not have to be in order. I just fucking went hard in the paint.
So you streamed every single day, got 50 followers in those 7 days you streamed.
Yeah.
Got enough chatters from the community to be able to be involved and care about what you were doing. What were you doing?
I was playing Planet 2. Specifically Planet 2 to begin with, and then we introduced Fun Fridays, which we played flashback games like Zoo Tycoon, which we were making some associations between both games and deciding which we liked most of both. And the walk around feature in Zoo Tycoon is just like the coolest fucking thing. I was riding a sea turtle.
Yeah. Zoo Tycoon's like an incredible game. So like you were just doing simulation games and you were welcomed so like happily, I guess, is like a great way to put it, into like the simulation game community.
I would say I do want to preface I did not get 50 followers in a week. I got like 35 followers in a week. I had previous followers to me starting streaming, just being a part of the community and being a part of your community and having family members and friends who have been streamers for a long time. And it was never my thing. It was never going to be my thing. And then, this snow day really jump started me into wanting it to be my thing, I guess. And this week really kind of just proved that, yeah, I guess if you're just passionate about the game you're playing and the community is accepting and willing to introduce new people to it, yeah, I was, I guess, I don't want to say like accepted into the community, but like I think I was. I had a lot of people who joined. I had other streamers who joined my community.
Everyone you rated and everyone that you got involved with was super welcoming and was like very proud of you and happy to like help you out and support you. That's really powerful. If you did that in the Fortnite community, there's not a chance you would have gotten affiliate in a week.
Right, or a CSGO community.
Yeah, like all those toxic fuckers on Twitch and stuff. There's no chance you would have gotten affiliated.
No, absolutely not. And then we had a really fun time doing the community stream last night. We played some Phasmophobia. I actually put up a achievement if we get to 10,000 points on the channel points. We're gonna play like an all new scary game, like a real scary game, not just
What, like Outlast?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I want to play a game I haven't played
that's
before.
a good idea.
Yeah, so because I like scary games, but scary games are scary. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it because I like being scared. You know that.
Your channel's definitely blown up. It's pretty exciting to see it do well, and I'm glad that you had such a wonderful week. It was great to see you on Twitch and all the clips and things that you made for your YouTube. Yeah. Coughlin, how'd your week go?
Oh, my week is fine, but I actually kind of want to respond a little bit to what Vic was talking about, the scary games, because we talked a little bit last night about potentially switching to a new scary game for community night.
We did great.
Yeah. Sorry. Go.
No,
you were
you're
going.
fine.
Okay.
I think we did really good. We did really good, don't you think?
Yeah, the first one we like got it within under 10 minutes. Like we figured it out. We were done. But one of the things that I mentioned is that after you play Phasmophobia so many times, you're not scared anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. But this is it's going to be a little weird, but I had a dream about being in Phasmophobia last night. After we got done, shit got scary again. It got
I can imagine.
scary real quick. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. that might be a game worth revisiting once a VR setup happens.
I got told by a viewer that being VR makes it a lot scarier.
It's also, you guys don't like hide from the ghosts ever. Like, you just get hunted and bail. Where, like, a really major part of that game is you're supposed to be in the house while a hunt is going on to get further clues. Because some ghosts only drop the temperatures to negative while they're hunting. So that would be evidence that you would never find unless you were in the house while it was hunting.
We couldn't even get the one ghost to even hunt us until we turned the lights off.
Yeah, so some ghosts don't like lights. That was like there's a lot of different clues, and once you understand a lot of the lore of the ghosts that they have, that game becomes a lot better.
No, but see, something that pissed both of us off, right, Coughlin, was that we couldn't study when we're not in the game. Like, we can't look at the binder when we're not in the game. I'm like, we're just wasting time in the game.
Lobby, you should be able to look at the journal while you're in the lobby.
Yeah, because we could have realized what we did wrong. Like, there's no way of going back and like seeing what we missed. Like, and then sometimes we had evidence.
That's time wasted. In that game.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it isn't really like a timed game, but it's not like you have to.
For the first 5 minutes, maximizing that is extremely important for getting things set up.
I think if you had just one person studying. I don't know. It is one of those games where I do agree. Like, I think it is scary, but it just isn't. Yeah, it just isn't it right now.
No, there's definitely games that have their quirks, and Phasmophobia is one of them. I do hate that game. More hate than love, just because I feel like a lot of the things you're using to get evidence don't even work the way you're supposed to. But moving on to other games that are garbage that we played this week, I played Crossfire X. That came out on the Game Pass, I think, on Thursday. I played that yesterday. And that's a huge game in the East, like the Asia market we were talking about even last week. Love that game. That's a shooter that was on primarily PC, and it was like a CS:GO clone, and it worked really, really well over there. Graphics were really bad, so they just updated it, launched it only for Xbox, put it on Xbox Game Pass, and I hated it.
There were things you liked about it, but I mean the graphics were dope.
The graphics, it's a beautiful game. It's very pretty, but it doesn't have an identity. Like. It wanted to be a CS:GO clone on Xbox, which I was super excited about because I love CS:GO and Valorant and all those CS:GO type games where you just have 5 people, you have a buy menu, you purchase weapons, you plant the bomb, you defend the bomb.
Extremely technical.
Yeah. This game didn't have any of the bare bones of a CS:GO game.
Yeah, you didn't have the buying menu.
There was no buying menu.
There was different game modes for different maps. There was no like multiple maps per game mode.
There was no ranked structure. It was an 8v8 instead of a 5v5.
Yeah, that seemed fucking overpowered.
Because there was no economy, there was no risk reward, so there was no reason ever not to like just absolutely try to 1v8. Which a lot of people hate about that in Valorant and CS:GO, where you'll like own an op, which is like their sniper for those who don't know. And you're like, oh, this is the most expensive gun in the game. If I go for the 1v5 and I die, I lose that money for the team. Where if I hide in the corner for the next 50 seconds, I get to keep it. You have to make that choice. That actually is part of the huge strategy of the game. Is if you're confident you can clutch it, go for it. If you don't, save it, we'll get it the next round.
Right, or have them get it.
Yeah, or give them the money.
Now they would have the op, and now you wouldn't. That's a huge part of the game structure that... wasn't even you just had every gun.
Yeah, you had pre-assembled what are they called? Like
kits, right? It
was
like a loadout, like a loadout.
Exactly, loadout. That's the word. Yeah. So you could set up 5 different loadouts with their plethora of guns, where I initially only thought there was 4 or 5.
It was so funny when you found out there was like 20 more guns.
Yeah, I thought, because I was like, oh, there's only like 5 or 6 guns. That's actually great. I love that idea. And then there's like 38 guns in the game. And I'm like, so there's... and even just talking about the bare bones of CS:GO, the way that the guns work was great. I actually really enjoyed the gun mechanics. I wish they would have doubled down on that and focused on it, because the spray pattern and everything else, that felt pretty good to CS:GO on Xbox. It felt like I could control it pretty well towards the end of the session that I played. I felt comfortable doing it. It messed up my aim for Apex when I switched back to Apex because I had all my sensitivities jacked.
Right.
But I got good at the gun mechanics and that felt good. But there was no structure to the identity of CS:GO. So then I'm like, okay, so it's more like Call of Duty, because it was. There was a lot of run and gunning. There was...
too fast.
It was so fast.
Way too fast. You were like fucking sprinting half the game.
You had a really, really fast baseline movement speed, so that means all the other people think that the best way to like get kills is to run around and shoot, and never stop moving, but because of the gun mechanics, it's inaccurate. So now you're trying to please the CSGO community by adding great gun mechanics, but you're trying to please the Call of Duty community by making it like a run and gun with fast movement and a lot of people with decent respawns. But the Call of Duty community is going to fucking hate it because the gun mechanics are too crazy and hard, and the CSGO community is going to hate it because it's not CSGO.
Well, yeah, because the CSGO has already they already found their game.
Yeah, and like the game that was the successor to CSGO is Valorant.
Well, and a game that has not ever had any updates, a game that's never changed,
never needed it.
Then, and that's the thing is that you're asking a very pre-established communities to maybe like the same game.
Yeah, and you should have just copied CSGO and put it on Xbox, and it would have done great. And the whole system was bad. If you guys want to watch the whole VOD, I don't want to spend the whole podcast talking about it, but my VOD on Twitch, and then we might make some clips and videos of it and put those on YouTube Shorts on my YouTube as well, where I'm just sitting there complaining about the game. It had no identity. It was a hodgepodge of both. There's even a zombies game mode that you couldn't even kill the zombies.
The zombies were unkillable. They were like OP.
Yeah, they had like 4,000 HP. Like it was all bad.
Yeah, it was just sponges.
It was a really bad game.
Okay.
Do not recommend playing it. Don't even give it an install. Watch other people play it and decide for yourself. Crossfire X. It's just one of those examples of a game that is too afraid to go to the edge and jump.
But free to play.
Free to play, that's true. And their shop was very cheap. Like
it was so funny. You were talking about, it's not buy to win. Oh, it's only $4.
It's not buy to win. There's no buy to win system, but it is skins.
The skins,
just like CS:GO, they have weapon skins and stuff. But one of the packages they had was for 1,700 of their in-game credits was like $3. And to buy the 5 skins that I was looking at was also the same price. So it was like $3 for 5 skins. That's really cheap. I was expecting that to be like a $20 package.
Very cheap. Holy crap! Compared to what's out there.
I love that. I love that they actually made their prices affordable.
Yeah, but is that a money scaled thing? Is that $3 of our money, but only like $15 of like a different currency?
I don't know how that world economic system works. I don't know what it would be.
I don't know if it's standardized pricing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be my only thing. Is like that's why it's so cheap. Just like when we go to Puerto Rico, everything's like a few dollars.
I have no idea. I don't know what it'd be like in those other currencies.
I mean, some places just have cheaper. Some you don't have to charge $100 and something for a skin.
In some of the countries, you can't even buy skins.
It's illegal.
Yeah, because like CS:GO, I know that there's a lot of countries that they banned the gambling online, so you can't even buy chests and skins. So maybe it wouldn't be available in those other countries too. It was just bad. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. You guys were talking about Phasma. I thought it'd be fun to talk about Crossfire.
Yeah, but any other?
Oh yeah.
We had some big news this week.
Yeah, some news dropped. If we want to go into the news outlets and things.
Yeah, we had a few important things came out. I know that WoW finally gave us a real date.
Yeah, a random Twitter release date where Blizzard just goes, "Hey guys, expect the patch on February 22nd."
What happened to like the BlizzCon releases? What happened to the
COVID?
But you don't stop giving a shit about your big patch.
Yeah, but there was like a thing after thing after thing that happened. So who knows? We may have seen the last of BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Who knows if they're going to be bringing it back?
I think with the Microsoft acquisition, it's possible they won't do BlizzCon. But with how much money BlizzCon makes that company, I feel like it would be something they would want the community to still have. I hope BlizzCon comes back.
Wouldn't like Microsoft just
As
have
do
their
I.
own con? And then have Blizzard at their con.
But that ruins the integrity of BlizzCon, because BlizzCon has always been just Blizzard. Like, it doesn't even have outside vendors, right? That would be.
But you're right.
So
BlizzCon has was it name recognition though? So it could be a Microsoft convention with it still being called BlizzCon.
Yeah.
That could still be a thing.
We'll see.
So they announced February 22nd for the patch. Which, if you guys follow any of our streams, you'll know that we've talked a little bit about this. I thought it wasn't going to come out till March. So this is a little bit earlier.
Said it was on the PTR.
Yeah, it's been on the PTR since December.
Right.
It's always like 3 months after that. So we're kind of around that range, but I didn't think they were going to do that. I thought they were going to be even further because of the acquisition and the transfer of power. Everything else was going to delay the patch further. But February 22nd is like a hop skip 10 days away from when we're recording this.
Do you think that's enough time for people to play on the PTR?
No way. I mean, for the testing on the PTR, yes. To complete the goals of this patch where you can't get them anymore, ahead of the curve, gladiator, all those, that's that was 2 weeks, 14 days when they announced that it was February 22nd. That's not enough time. Because I want to go back and get Keystone Master, but I don't have, like, I mean, I guess I could push my Paladin to get it. He's doing, like, 10s and 12s right now. But to get that in 10 days, I'm not even going to get gear by the end of that reset.
Right. Coughlin, do you have, like, a pre-expansion drop checklist?
No, of course not. I don't even read the PTR. Like
you want to be completely surprised. You want to be
exactly. I come in blind.
Surprised. Oh, okay.
I always used to piss off my old guild because I did that. It's like because we were always like rating. We were a mythic level guild without enough people to be mythic. So I always got like saying, "Hey, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this?" It's like because I didn't want to spoil anything for me. I wanted to go in. I want to be like extremely happy. Like, ooh, what's this? I want that figuring it out phase.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Exploratory rating. What happened to that?
I love exploratory rating. That's my favorite thing to do, but that's on the PTR. That shouldn't be for live. So my thing is they implement like 9 different systems with every patch, right? You have to talk to this dude to buy these things. To get these things, you have to go get this currency from this very specific location and kill these hounds. For you to play the game and then just stumble upon that process and the immense amount of mathematics that go into this is what I need to do to get this done by this blank day isn't doable for hardcore heroic mythic guilds.
For min-maxers, that's just not a thing.
I mean, even for me, like I want to go in with, like I've not spoiled myself to any lore. I always avoid all of the lore stories and all of like we just data mined this conversation. I immediately ignore that. But I'll always have a better understanding of the raid mechanics. I'll watch the people do the raid. Try to avoid as much of the lore as I can in the raid, not always possible. But I believe if it's on the adventure journal, then it's not really spoiled anymore because we can read it in current live. Then I'll do all of the mechanics of like the process of the zone. If there's anything special on like currencies, like they've got that whole archivists thing that's going to change the entire zone, and you have to like unlock the different aspects of learning the language so that way you can unlock
we're going to
flying.
be going to like a completely different part of the mall now.
It's not even the mall. I think it's
not even in the mall.
It's a completely new zone,
another dimension.
I think it's along the lines of just Bastion and Maldraxxus. Like it's just one of those worlds in the time in the Shadowlands. This is just another
so
land.
It's not I thought it was going to be more
like the Ungoro crater of all living things ever.
Like the real well.
Well, of all things ever,
all
not
things
even
have
living.
Ever existed,
it seems.
Not just Azeroth.
Yeah, it's the world of green water. It's the world of green things and water and 3D printing.
Exactly. That's
no,
exactly right.
Everything there is like created by machines. Like they create like a robot structure, and then they like.
Wasn't that what the whole Pantheon is kind of like about? Is that they created.
Yeah, but this is totally.
Like Mother's
this is
a robot,
similar.
right?
No, this
like
is
Mother's
definitely.
A robot.
Yeah, this is definitely similar to the Pantheon and the World of Warcraft.
See, I haven't. I know. I did not look at any of this stuff besides some pictures. I was not trying to spoil myself until I started doing some research, and I'm like, ooh, I think there might be some stuff.
Yeah, I only watch like announcement trailers. Oh, announcement trailers.
Tell me, Coughlin, how do you feel about a Kerrigan Sylvanas redemption story arc?
There's a lot to that too. Like we could even talk about our
really
opinion
tired
on it.
of redemption stuff. Can
Me
people
too.
just be evil?
I just
Is
want
that
her to
okay?
be evil. Yeah.
Like whenever Jaina was like, remember the Warbringers, right? Jaina's like thing where she was like she was pissed, like she was like she was like extremely revenge. She was going into it because she remembered how she pretty much betrayed her father in pursuit of peace amongst these factions, but time and time again she's been backstabbed by these people that she betrayed her father for. So now she's like saying it's done, it's over. And I was like, yes, this is what the Alliance needed. So for the longest time, Alliance has always been the Anduin. It's like, or even the original Jaina being like, oh, peace at all costs, no matter the cost. And then now she's like saying, I'm done. It's like I'm ready to do what I should have done a long time ago whenever she had the focusing iris to completely wipe out Orgrimmar with a tsunami. Right? The Alliance needed that. The Alliance needs because Gin is saying, "I want to avenge my son," but that's about it.
The Alliance has always been about
Jaina
nobility,
wants
though.
things to happen.
It's all been
what's
about
that?
nobility. Jaina's never really been a
Right.
part of the Alliance. She's always been an outside faction force. So it's less about the Alliance needed that, more about we just needed someone to push us. Going back to Sylvanas, if you've been following any of the Blizzard news, then you would know that Sylvanas's bullshit redemption arc storyline started at the base with her burning Teldrassil, which was a dude that worked at Blizzard.
Oh, reportedly.
No, this has all been confirmed. This has all been confirmed. This is no longer oh, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. All of the developers are confirming this entirely. Is that this dude created that storyline without knowing how it ended. So he then left the company with that started. And now all of the developers that have taken over in his place have been trying to resolve that conflict and find a proper way to end it. Where the answer is just to make her evil.
I don't know.
Why is she just not a villain?
I don't think
I feel like they're obliged to point fingers at him because people are pissed off at the story. So if you just point fingers at the guy who everybody already hates, it's
people are pissed off
easy.
with the story with what they've done to it, not with what he did. The burning of Teldrassil was the best thing that happened in World of Warcraft
You're right.
in a long
I
time.
agree. It instigated the war.
Yeah, it created the Tyrande story arc. It did a whole bunch of different things that was fantastic. I thought the burning Teldrassil was some of the best written storyline stuff that we've had in a long time. Now everyone's pissed off at what they've done to the character because in reality they should have just made her evil. I don't think no one would have given a
evil.
Garrosh is evil, and he
was gone down as evil.
Yeah, but he died doing evil things. Thrall cheated in a
He died doing what he believed in.
Yeah, perfect.
He wasn't fickle.
I absolutely believe in that.
He was resolved.
Sylvanas
he knew what he wanted to do.
Sylvanas should have died in the raid. Should have died in the raid as a raid fight. Final end tier would have been great.
Well, the one that we just did, that one. Well, there's a new raid.
They're just afraid to kill her like a main character in a Marvel movie.
No, just kill her. It's all right.
Think about
we'll all mourn her. We'll all mourn her, and we'll move on. That's you can't.
I mean, I would have mourned her.
She's Gamora now, right? Gamora died, but Gamora exists.
But she didn't die. So that's something that bothers me is that something in, like you said, in major, in Marvel and stuff like that, they're afraid of,
killing an IP.
Killing the idea. Yeah, DC has no problem with it. There's tons of people who are dead in the DC universe. But to me, you can't just keep dragging out a storyline.
No, this needed to end.
WoW has this idea we can just keep pulling the same characters that people like through these ring-em-arounds and just keep
We need more
pulling
Rathians.
them.
You're absolutely right. We need more people who were developed in story and then came from there. I'm surprised they haven't made Vanessa Van Cleef somehow still alive or something like that.
They just figure out a way of keeping them alive. No, don't get me wrong. I also hate it when you get introduced to a villain and they die instantly.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's also really annoying because it's that was that was it. That was their whole thing.
What Peacemaker just did.
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. We'll stay on track.
Spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, then we're not gonna
we're not gonna talk about it.
But yeah, I mean, we have seen that in the past. How a movie will introduce a villain, hey, even just Black Panther introducing, Killmonger, who's a quote unquote unkillable. His thing is that he's unkillable.
Yeah, so he could come back.
He could come back.
But they does kill him at the end of the movie.
But he kills him at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be this didn't need to be resolved. There could have been a part 2 to this.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with him getting away because it's part of his.
That's what they're afraid of, though. I appreciate that they killed Killmonger because that was an incredible storyline. That was a good movie. Now, if they don't kill Killmonger, then they're just dragging out the fact because they're like, oh, this is such a good IP. We don't want to just throw it away with one movie. Right. We want to make 3 movies out of it. And that's squeezing the horse dead.
That would make sense because it was written into the comics of someone who could be quote unquote reborn.
Sure. Which is good.
That's the only instance in right now my brain existence where it's okay to drag on someone's story arc because the story arc involves not dying.
Yeah, absolutely. And I understand that. And Sylvanas kind of has that play too.
Because she's undead.
Well, they did the whole, at the end of the raid, he gives her back her soul. because Sylvanas has been soulless since Arthas
Because of the sword.
because of Frostmourne, right? And at the end of the raid, he goes, "You've been such a good pawn. I'm not going to kill you. I'll give you what you want. Thank you for helping me get back what I needed. Here's what you get back."
Well, I would almost say that's also
and then he gives her back her soul.
Is to give her soul back. Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely like, it was definitely a good move on the jailer's part, because now she's got her soul, she's got her emotions, she's got her feelings, and she's also in chains and shackled with the people that she's wronged for the past 10 years or whatever.
That's like the ultimate sentence of death, is not true death, but torture.
Now you can feel bad about the shit you've done.
Well, maybe. But I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that idea of locking someone up forever instead of actually giving them death.
That's what they tried to do with Garrosh, and the whole trial thing let out, and that was really good. I loved that book, and that was a really nice way to introduce Warlords of Draenor and how that turned out. I don't like what they're doing with Sylvanas right now. I think that she should just be a villain, that she should die, and that her story should end. There should be no redemption. We should never feel bad for her. And I am very biased from the Alliance standpoint of things, but the Horde have very much reasons to be pissed off too. They killed they killed Seraphane, and basically destroyed the integrity of the Horde, because now the Hordes are these weak, unstructured, no government presence, no leadership presence, feeble clans of somewhat mutual respect for each other trying to get through life, where the Alliance is this strong powerhouse of like solitude and fortitude and trust and strength that the Horde has no chance to fight now.
What's so funny is I find it so interesting is that the people who are so that description that you just said to me are the Horde players, though. And Alliance players are the flaky, barely people play it. Everyone's out for themselves. Like,
it's because the Horde alliances or the Horde characters are cooler. It's cooler to be an undead rotting corpse versus like a walking dwarf.
Yeah.
Like,
but in other regions though, like I think Oceanic is Alliance dominated. If you're not Alliance, you're ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it is.
The United States is definitely very Horde. Like, NA is very, very Horde. Anyone you talk to in World of Warcraft,
everyone I've talked to is like, why would you be a part of the Alliance?
And I'm like, we have an actual government structure.
Well, my thing is like, some people don't like that. And a lot of people in America don't like that.
Yeah, a lot of people in America don't like government structure. That's a different topic for a different day.
It's just because it's this government structure. So, with that being said, things that I'm excited about, I saw that there's going to be a new dancing minigame in the Dark Moon Fair. You know how I love Dark Moon
that's interesting. Okay, so I was looking at the Dark Moon Fair now that you bring that up, and it's been bothering me for a while how I think they put that roller coaster in reverse. I think they messed up. I think they had the tracks go the wrong way.
Does it matter though?
I mean,
because that honestly shouldn't have even been there. Because the roller coaster was put in place of the PvP Pet Derby tournament tent. Because that used to be they had those two tents there because they wanted to do a ranked and an unranked tournament for PvP pet battling. And that never got completed in Cataclysm. So they just were like, well, we have these two tents here that we've never done anything with. So they just wanted to add the XP boost ride.
I mean, I want them to add more stuff like that, though.
I think
I'm okay with them just saying.
Continue, sorry.
No. I mean, I was just really making noise. But tell me more about this dance thing.
I'm sorry. I'm just excited. I'm just excited because I think it plays on the lore of like people used to dance in taverns and get gold. I think it kind of gives you, even though they're trying to go very PC right now, to me, I don't know.
From what I've seen, it seems just like another mini game to earn tokens or to earn tickets that you spend tokens on. It feels like I would imagine it works a lot like Guitar Hero, where you just hit the buttons in the right way.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's got to have some really easy mechanic to it, or maybe it's way more complex than that. But I think it's taking over one of the tents, the other tent that was used for the PvP pet battling. So they don't have any more space in the Dark Moon Fair now. That was the last empty space.
Well, don't worry, I'm sure Yogg-Saron or N'Zoth will be able to make a little bit more space. Yeah. I'm sure there will be more landmass eventually.
Something that I think, we've spent a lot of time in the Dark Moon Fair, just us alone playing. Not even during it.
I love the Dark Moon
Fair. Yeah, we love the Dark Moon Fair. So, and that's something we used to do.
Speaking of which, just last Dark Moon Fair, I managed to get the dirigible finally.
Nice.
So that was a
Nice.
long time because I kept forgetting about Dark Moon Fair. Sometimes I used to like take screenshots every month
Mm-hmm.
Of when it
of
was.
like being with like ETC and like the hard rock metal band.
I think
Anyway.
on all of my characters, have enough tickets to purchase every mount and collectible, but on
Mhm.
each individual character, I don't have enough for one thing.
Right.
No, you're absolutely right.
So, like, I would love to buy. I've never bought any of the mounts. I've never bought any of the companions. I probably
We've
could
got-
go back and afford them.
We've got some of the fishing ones.
Yeah, I got all the fishing ones because I
Yeah.
wanted the undersea mount.
Yeah.
I always get the
yeah.
undersea
And we
mount.
have some of
Yeah.
the dropped ones, the rare dropped ones. We have the pet from the wolf.
Oh yeah, like the bosses. Like I've got Mooney.
Yeah, but you didn't get the ones you
Mhm.
purchased.
I've not gotten any of that you purchased with tickets.
Okay.
And I probably could honestly log in and then just go do Dark Moon Fair for a week and then just buy a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
still haven't. Like
Okay.
that's just one thing that I could do.
Well, maybe this will motivate you to go. I know, Coughlin, you said you didn't look any of the spoilers, but did you see any of the new mounts or pets that they had released?
Probably just a
No.
bunch of recolors.
Probably. Yeah, I'm not excited about mounts anymore, except for the 6-month ones. The 6-month ones are the cool ones.
Yeah, so just keep
They're
your
the
6
ones
month
that are
sub.
badass.
They are cool. They are cool.
The water
Listen,
tiger's
they're
pretty
doing,
dope.
They're doing anything to try to keep their subscribers right now. Listen, they're just trying. Man.
It's
They-
working.
They have always released a new lunar year
Yeah, but what's
mount
wrong
every
with
year.
rewarding people for continuing to pay for their game?
Plus consistency.
I don't think that's his thing. I think he's just saying it was already planned, so it was low effort.
Yeah, like they have done a new
Oh.
lunar New Year mount every
Every
year
year.
for the past
Right.
like I don't
Yeah.
know, since before
But
BFA,
the lunar
so
year
5
wasn't
years.
Since the
connected
rat,
to-
because it was Squeakers, the pig, the bull. Now we have the
Squeakers
tiger.
was Dalaran, so that's back in Legion days. So yeah,
Yeah.
they've been doing it since Legion. So like this is this isn't an unexpected mount, and I
this is
love that
this
Twitter.
Is like 3 X packs. Yeah, this is like 3.
Yeah, like they probably have
expansions.
one made for every type of Lunar New Year for each sign,
Well, it's easy to do that because it's planned out,
and they're all animals,
and they're all animals.
so it's
Mhm.
easy. 100%.
And
But
it happens at the
Twitter
beginning of the
loses
year.
their mind every time they announce it. They're like,
Well-
"Oh, they're just doing another 6-month sub mount. Look at this every single time." I'm like, "Yeah, every single time. They've done it every year."
It's just consistency. But my thing is like consistency.
Yeah,
is,
the
like,
6-month mount
rewarding.
has been a thing for at least 5 years. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah, the first
4
one
years
I think
maybe.
was BFA was the first 6-month mount subscription that was not related to the Lunar New Year, and that was the Dread boat that came out when Warcraft 3 was released.
Mm.
Yeah,
When BFA
yeah.
was
People
released,
also
the
didn't
Dread
love-
boat was the
people also
6-month
didn't
mount
love-
sub.
I found
Yeah,
that
and
funny.
at this point, it's just you're just gonna have to accept it, man. What's the point in complaining about it anymore? They're clearly not gonna change.
I mean, I don't understand
So,
why people
was
don't
that-
have a 6-month sub.
Why can't you be rewarded for doing something?
Because, I mean, it's a lot of upfront costs, and you can't get a 6-month sub with prepaid stuff.
Oh, you can't get a 6
And there's-
sub
and there's
with
a-
coins
if you
the
play with
coins?
if you play with just WoW tokens,
Yeah, you can't.
I've not thought
Yeah.
of that. That's very interesting.
Actually,
It is a
you
dollar
can.
amount.
You initiate your one time with 6-month sub,
Yeah, that's what
and
I
if
did.
you keep refreshing with the WoW tokens since then, you don't get charged, and it still has you down as a 6-month
Oh,
subscriber.
Yeah.
then that's just bullshit. There's a loophole, so fuck you. You can't get upset then.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
$65,
but
guys.
people,
You could
that's
chuck
a
out
lot of
$65.
upfront for not knowing
It is-
about the loophole, though.
It is a lot of money up front, but
I mean, I just spent $75 on ESO on my Xbox,
to get 2 mounts and a pet.
and I'm never gonna play it. I'm never gonna play ESO. Like
We
I
might,
will.
We might.
I'm excited for the new
We
expansion,
might.
and I bought it because it came with every
You know what
other
really
expansion.
Sucks is I really want to be into it. Like I so want to be into it.
Yeah, but like $65 is not a big price tag for a lot of people who have a baseline job.
Well, you have to
Well,
look at your demographic, and you have to look at and $65 can be a lot of money, babe.
I guess so.
that's
$65
that's
sometimes
a-
is like someone's whole budget for their food for the week.
yeah, that's eating that's eating out with your family.
I-
That's
I
or
guess
yeah,
so.
well,
at a pretty
our
low
lives
place,
are
you know.
definitely a lot more. I mean, we're both families of 5. Like, I don't think we've gone out to dinner that didn't cost us $100 ever.
Exactly.
So we live in a world where like things are a little bit more expensive than I think other people's lives are.
But
Mhm.
6 months for game time. If you want to chalk it up to like how much you're
Listen,
spending a day,
listen,
If
I
you
World
gotta
of
make it
Warcraft
affordable.
is your game,
Yes,
it's a
if it-
great buy.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, it's not even $15 a month.
Yeah,
To
and
do
you
it
get
on a
free
deal
mounts all the time.
Every 6 months.
If you want to chalk it up
That's
to
what I'm saying.
you're
Why
getting a
is there-
free $20 mount like twice a
Yeah,
year.
I mean, listen, I spent a lot of money on
I
mounts.
mean, if you think
so-
the mount's worth $20, I haven't bought a single store mount that wasn't a
Oh.
gift for someone else.
I've
bought
bought
so
every.
many
I think I own
mounts.
every store mount.
We
I think
have
I
bought
own
so
every
Oh
store
many
gosh.
mount.
mounts.
Yeah.
Mounts, pets. If I could buy transmog, this bitch would be broke.
There's some transmog on it now. They've put
No, not like if I could buy people's like like if someone in certain games like
You
in
could
Animal
just buy
Crossing,
the gold and then
there's-
buy it.
Well, no. Well, yeah, but there's also things that they take months to do a thing, or there's drop rates on certain pieces. Like, if you could just put your like skin on an off-site website, and I could just give you real money for those items
Illegally.
and you
Yeah,
you just send me those items, I would be broke.
That's more justified
I would
than
be
farming
fucking
the
broke.
raid.
Should I just start a website?
No, should you just farm the raid? Like what? Just farm the
Should
raid?
I just start a Transhog
What do you-
website?
I don't understand why it's so hard for you to farm the raid.
I
If you
just-
find out that headpiece drops from fucking
don't-
Dragon Soul,
Yeah, you
just
could
farm
go play
Dragon Soul like
but then
twice,
I
you'll
have to
get
get on
it.
every week, and then I have to maybe sometimes it's an achievement based one, and I have to have another person. And
No gear drops
that's
from
what a
achievements.
community is for. There you
it's
go,
so
that's content for a
weird.
stream.
Yeah, there you go. That's- People would love to go watch you transmog farm. I guarantee it.
We'll see.
Yes,
We
he's
shall
absolutely
see
right.
when
You're going to
9.2
have a
drops,
whole
we'll
group
see.
of people with the same armor type who's going to come with you and just trade you all that loot.
Yeah, they're gonna be all
You're-
like, she's
I'll
trying
be
to
the
get
new
she's
Asmodee.
trying to get the tier 22 set.
Pretty
Everyone
much.
get on, we gotta
Yeah.
get it to her. And then
Yeah.
you'll get like a 20-man raid group of druids.
If all of us just go in there.
And they're just gonna dump gear into your inventory. Just so you can get it in
I want
one
every
run.
piece of armor ever existed.
And they're all
so I
going to
can
like
translate
slash
every-
wait, is slash shy still a thing now? What emotes have been removed?
I don't know. There's not
I
like
think
a
there was-
slash
there's-
simp.
I've always made my own emotes with / emote space blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Like I used
exactly,
to do that with Vic all the
yeah.
time. I remember the first time we ever
Mhm.
played, one of the best times was we were like in Goldshire Inn, and there was this random chick there, and she was on her brand new character on a night elf that we took over to Elwyn because it was easier to level then. And I was like takes her upstairs, and then she followed me and was all like banes her so hard she screams, like in the emotes and the orange text. And like Vicky got
Jesus
very upset.
Christ.
Vicky was very upset. She's like, "How are you doing this? Stop fucking that girl!" It's like so funny. She was like very
What
like
the
freaking
hell?
out. This obviously was probably a dude on the other side was 100% in. Like
Probably
was
a
totally
dude.
involved.
Well,
Yeah,
so
probably.
that's something that I'm really interested in. I wonder, as much as this expansion is exciting and there's going to be a lot to do in this expansion, how do you think like role players are going to feel about like
They love it.
a whole new place to
Role
explore?
players always do all that shit. Role players are the hardest gamers I've ever seen.
Oh my
Like
God,
they
they're
are
so
committed.
invested.
They dedicate.
They're so invested.
If it matters to their character's storyline that they would
Yeah.
go investigate this new zone and explore it
Yeah.
and claim it for their own territories, like
Right.
there's gonna be like someone who is a trade market owner, like they own a cartel of trade,
Right.
and to go to this new zone and
Right.
just collect the gray bones
Right.
from the dead foxes in this
Right.
zone and trade those to people in Goldwind or Goldshire Inn as like an exotic bone from an exotic land.
Right.
Dude, that dude's gonna spend 30
Nice.
hours a week doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
people love that shit. Role
Yes.
players
Man.
go hard.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They-
don't
they
know.
go
about-
hard.
It would suck. It would suck to have that trash vendor add-on.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
It's like that-
you just wouldn't have it.
Oh,
So good.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, on the other side of that, I know that some of the PvPers are going to be happy, sad.
I'm pumped. So
I don't know.
she's alluding. I'm assuming she's alluding. In the next PvP season, season 3, they're adding a solo queue for arenas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
finally.
the way that this is gonna work,
Not that I'm going to use it.
I'm
but-
absolutely gonna use
Red's
it.
gonna be like,
I'm gonna
fuck
get Gladiator,
yeah, fuck
bro.
everyone else.
I'm so
God,
tired of having to have a
you're
partner.
going to hate a lot of people.
I'm-
You're going to lose a lot of faith in humanity, sir.
Maybe. Or I'll just, I mean, it's not based off of your team's win. It's based off of your own KDA. So if you get a kill,
Uh-huh.
or you're
Uh-huh.
playing a class that can secure the kill, like an execute class, then you will rank up
Uh-huh.
faster
Then
than
why
anyone
wouldn't
else.
you ever just play that?
I'm going to.
You're like Shadow.
I might play my Shadow Priest and just rank them up.
Because that was the most self-healed one you had.
Shadow
right?
Priest was my best PvP season when I played by Shadow
think
Priest.
so. I think so, because you had the self-heal and you had the damage.
I just don't know if I want to play Shadow Priest in the next patch.
You were loving your Warlock, but that's not self-heal. Just saying.
No,
I
like playing my Warlock for the raid and the dungeons. Like, Demonology is so much fun, and I have my Paladin ready to go, and I always love Paladin.
Always ready. Your fucking Pally is like your ride or die.
Yeah, but I want to try something new, and I was going to do Frost Mages, but they literally just got nerfed into the ground. I was going to do Feral Druid again because I was having fun with that, but they got nerfed into the ground in the exact same patch.
Right.
So now, like...
Have you even been playing World of Warcraft? Like, I feel like I haven't even had time to play any games that weren't on stream getting everything else around.
Are you still subbed?
I haven't touched World of Warcraft for like 3 weeks.
I haven't been able to get on since Vicky started streaming because she's been using my PC.
Week. That's a week. I guess that's a lot for a WoW player.
A week is
I know,
like
a lot for a
imagine.
WoW.
That's a whole reset.
Imagine your drug dealer going on vacation, right? That's where I'm at right now, where I'm all like, it's been a fucking week, bro.
It's been a week.
I need you to get back from Cabo with that good, so that way I can get my goddamn fix. Like, you're on my PC at the times that I wake up at 10. Vicky starts streaming at 11. She stopped streaming at 1. Well, we both go to work at 3, so we have to leave at 2:30. So I have from 10 to 11 or 1 to 2:30 to play WoW.
You could wake up at 7 o'clock like I do every day. And I do a bunch of work. And
you absolutely could.
Girl, nah.
She'll make you coffee and everything.
What I need to start doing is I need to start staying up past work. I need to start staying up past 12 and play.
When we get home from late night
from
shifts,
work, from like 11:30.
You need to stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. Then you could be sleeping until 11.
Yeah.
But you go to bed at like 1. You're losing 2 hours of gameplay, sir.
Yeah.
You could be playing 2 hours worth of games every night.
So I'll probably start playing again. I just don't know what I'm gonna main. I thought I had a really good idea on it, and going back to the checklist that we talked about earlier, I have a huge checklist of like, this is what I want to have done prior to the patch.
Now you have what, a month? Now you don't even have a month.
I got 10 days to complete that checklist.
Oh, good luck.
And on stream, I'm not even going to be streaming it because I'm still streaming Apex because the new season's out.
Right.
And I was going to do...
So limit yourself. Limit yourself on how many hours you'll play Apex.
No.
I know. Okay.
No, that's not possible.
Okay.
Apex is bae, and I've been playing so much Xbox lately, it takes so much precedent.
Yeah.
Is anyone here going to stream Lost Ark?
No.
It's fucking huge right now.
No. Well, that's actually one of the things I was talking about with Vic last night, because even Phasmophobia is messing with my frame rates for that. So I'm going to be sticking with the simple games like Hearthstone or the visual novels I've been streaming right
Lost
now.
Came into stream wanting you to play Hearthstone, so I mean.
I know he was. I accidentally. Maybe I need to just stick with that.
When we looked at the demographic of what you use for your tags, because you're a VTuber. I don't know if anyone else we've even talked about on the podcast yet. Coughlin's a VTuber. He's got a little avatar on his stream.
We're working on it. We're trying to get him to where he wants to be.
He's a sexy little anime guy.
Well, he is.
I am. As well as in real life.
Yeah, that's exactly what he looks like. It's actually not a VTuber. That's the trick.
I'm a 6'4" and little anime guy.
So, when you use those tags, you were the only VTuber that spoke English streaming at the time you were, and I was surprised you weren't getting more people to click on it. It was mind blowing because for anyone that is in the content creator world on Twitch, to have the market where you are the only content creator of anything, whether it's like a specific tag,
Zoo Tycoon.
or when Vicky plays Zoo Tycoon, she's the only content creator on that. Like that's
actually
big.
Got more unique viewers with Hearthstone. Yeah. So I think I was actually talking about her. No, don't get me wrong. I'm loving House and Fata Morgana, which is what I'm streaming right now. But I was talking with Vic, and maybe it's a good thing to just do off stream and post that to YouTube and just stick with Hearthstone for a little bit, see how that goes.
I think maybe a more schedule would be better. Like if you did the house and then like on Wednesdays or Thursdays you did Hearthstone or whatever your schedule would be, like mix it up a little bit like Vicky's been doing lately. But besides that, I wanted to talk a little bit about Lost Ark and get back into that. So if none of us are going to stream it,
No. Who
Like,
wants to play? You want to play it?
I don't want to play it.
Then don't play it.
It's like the biggest game in the world.
But
right
I
now.
think
it's
you
not.
would be
It's
the
not.
only one who loved it.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Who
love
loves
it, though.
it.
I don't think I
you
would
would.
give
You're
a crap
playing
about it.
Diablo.
Yeah, but Diablo's a MOBA that matters, okay? Lost Ark's a fucking bullshit MOBA that does not matter to anybody. It's just popular right now because it just came out and a bunch of big streamers are playing it, so all the other streamers who are wannabes want to play it. And to me, it's just because Diablo 4 isn't out. When Diablo 4 comes out, they'll be like, Lost Ark, question mark?
When the patch for World of Warcraft comes out. In 10 days, Lost Ark will be the no one talked about game anymore.
Listen, what New
We'll
World
see.
was hot for
We'll
2
see.
days.
Do you want to bet some subs on it?
What we're gonna do? Like, I'll give
bet
5
some
subs
subs
to
on
each
it?
channel.
Okay. All right. So let's categorize it. All right.
I
Right.
put it in writing.
I will-
I'll put it in writing.
Okay. Let's figure out what we're looking for.
I will
What numbers
stream
are we
Lost
looking
Ark.
for?
This is what we'll do. This will be the bet.
All right.
If the patch comes out, and that entire week, I will give it a Tuesday to Tuesday. Lost Ark is higher than World of Warcraft ever at any point during that week.
On viewage or on streamers?
On the charts for Twitch.
So viewers. That's based off
Okay.
viewers. How many people
I was actually going to give a time frame. I was going to say like after just to give a little bit of fairness, I was going to go 2 weeks after patch 9.2 drops and compare the numbers then.
Okay.
So it gives time for people to stop caring about patch 9.2 because there might be a big hype there.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see which one holds the most people.
All right. After 2 weeks, if Lost Ark is moderately competitive with World of Warcraft, like they're 5 away in either direction of each other, I will stream Lost Ark at the end of those 2 weeks.
Point? What
on
data
viewership
point?
on Twitch. So
Like,
I
when you
believe
look
at
World of
Twitch,
Warcraft is
when you
going to
look
come out. They're going to be
like,
so
that's what
much
I'm
higher
saying.
than Lost Ark would
Yeah.
be.
So if you look at Twitch and if you pull up games and then you go based off viewership, it will put in order how many people are watching that game be played. So if there are more people watching Lost Ark than there are watching World of Warcraft, which right now World of Warcraft's like not even on the spectrum.
Yeah, I'm aware
It's
of that.
there. It's like 30. It's like 30K versus the 676K for Lost Ark.
But there's no other game to stream right
And
now.
World of Warcraft, I think, has Classic in there as well.
Oh, it's like a double whammy. It's not.
Yeah.
Look, Masma Gold's playing right now.
Yeah, Lost Ark is number 2, but this isn't even in the right order because Crossfire is up there. So
But a third of
Viewers
Lost
high
Ark
to
is
low.
Asmongold.
Right.
100%.
100%.
100%. So
Wow, there's more people watching Halo Infinite right now, Red, than there are.
that's
people
probably a
playing.
championship going on. So World of Warcraft has 30. Also weird. Like,
Hey, why is it
image.
Illidan? Hello?
It's like Legion picture for World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft only has 30,000 viewers right now. It's very low, surprisingly.
You're right.
And Lost Ark has 600,000. So
Yeah, but that's not millions.
I mean, none of them have
I mean,
millions.
but nobody broke million. Who is there anything that's broken a
No.
million on here?
Maybe before in the past, like Fortnite probably definitely
Maybe
has.
Fortnite.
And League of Legends definitely has broken a million.
Yeah, but that's during competitions and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, look at Pokemon already dropped down.
Arceus, that's because it's a 1-through playthrough.
Oh, it's not a. I thought it was supposed to be
Yeah.
MMO like style.
No,
No,
it's
it
open
has
world.
replayability, but its
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
replayability is strictly shiny hunting and competitive.
That's what most Pokemon games turn to, anyways. So
Yeah.
they always ride their hype. Apex is decent too. I'll keep streaming Apex,
That's
but
why you're gonna keep streaming.
the new season came out. It's been fun.
Well, the new season. Well, just chatting. I mean, should I just start a just chatting channel?
Yeah, where you just show your toes. That'd be great.
No, you
Yeah,
can't show
so
your
that-
toes. It's illegal. But I can sell my socks.
What?
Okay, so let's use this. Let's use this as a time frame. Saturday afternoon,
Okay.
the podcast 2
Sa-
weeks
Yeah.
after it drops. So let's date that.
2 Saturdays from now. That'll be the end
So
of
we
March.
have the 26th, 5th. On the 12th of March,
Will be exactly.
we'll assess.
Oh, you mean the 5th?
Yeah.
No. So
You
it
wanna do the
drops
5th?
the 26th.
No,
no,
it should be February 26th then. 2 weeks from now.
Well, no. The game has to drop.
No,
The game drops on
the
26th.
Saturday following 2 weeks after it
So
drops.
It drops here.
Be-
1,
so
2,
we- so
the
we-
12th.
the
So
hype,
exactly a month.
It's
from
not
now.
a new thing.
So exactly a month from right now.
Yeah, so you want to do March 12th as the precedent of if I'll stream a dead
because
game
that's
or not.
2 resets. That's 2 WoW resets.
Right, we'll
and
see
the
if
Saturday
it
following.
lasts if it lasts 2 resets. Well, that all determines if Asmongold's going to shit on it or not.
It doesn't matter if he shits on it or not.
Not really.
It doesn't matter at all. Think about all of the pro players that are currently playing other games that are going to come back and do the Mythic Plus race. He's expecting this to be happening during the Mythic Plus race. He's not countering that into the bet. We already wrote it down. It's already been done. We virtually shook on it. But he's going to lose because that's happening.
I'm not real sure.
You're expecting...
People who want to go for world first will do everything possible to...
No, they'll be streaming it.
Well, they might not.
The world first competition is going to be happening at the exact time that this bet is going to be documented.
I don't think that's...
I wasn't even taking that into consideration. I was really going off of the fact that Lost Ark...
You don't think people care about the world first on Twitch?
That's not what I was saying.
No.
I just didn't take that into consideration.
I don't think that's going to make a huge...
Maybe.
I don't think that's going to make... I don't think that's going to...
I don't think that's
going to create
was
new
it even
viewers.
big the last time? Like, how many viewers...
It's definitely big enough to cause traction.
There's at least 6 or 7 people in World of Warcraft right
want
now.
to watch it?
Yeah, right. That went to watch it. No, that have over 1,000 people watching them raid. Right now.
Sure.
That's how they do. It's mostly Classic. Classic's got like such a huge committed following to like viewers.
Well, people are stands.
No, Classic. You can do things in Classic that other people can't. Everyone in current retail World of Warcraft thinks that they can do everything that current pro players are doing. If you're running a Mythic Plus 20, everyone's like...
I could do that too? That's not true.
People don't want to watch you do a Mythic Plus 20.
Oh.
Where like if you're the #1 PvP Frost Mage on a specific server in Classic, no one else is doing that. So they're like, why is he the #1? It's like, oh, it's because he's been fed all this gear and money. They don't take any of that bullshit.
They don't take any of that into account? Okay, whatever.
But they just take the fact that his
I'm not real sure what the bet was. What's the bet?
After 2 weeks, if Lost Ark is higher on viewership at the time of recording the Saturday podcast on March 12th, I will stream Lost Ark that following week.
All right, and I will gift out 5 subs.
If I don't. If it's not. If World of Warcraft's higher.
If World of Warcraft is higher, you will be. If World of Warcraft is higher, I don't know. I don't think there'd be anything. You gift Vic 5 subs.
No, that's the side of the bet. So
you're on the one side. You're on the side saying that World of Warcraft isn't. So if that is, then you'll be the one that lost. And if Red loses, if Ark is still higher than World of Warcraft in 2 weeks from that time.
I'll stream Lost Ark.
I don't think that World of Warcraft will be up and coming in 2 weeks.
I think you're losing your mind. I think
we'll
you've lost your mind.
We'll see. We'll find out.
That's what I said.
There's only one way to know.
Yeah, there is only one way to know. But we'll see. Because I
1
think
month from today, we will know.
There's almost been a year of amped up waiting for this patch to drop.
No, I don't think anyone's amped up. I think
I am not amped. I am very lethargic.
I think people are tired of the company, tired of people
I think you're wrong.
Talking about the game.
I mean, I hope I am, because
I
I put a lot of time into World of Warcraft for that shit to just go away.
I'm so pumped for it.
I put a lot of time and effort into this, bitch, okay?
Yeah. So expect news. I mean, no matter what, I'll at least be streaming some World of Warcraft content in the coming weeks.
I'm sure. I mean, even if it's just like simple stuff, but
yeah, picking my main.
Do you think you're going to be raiding again?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I'll be raid leading. This last patch, I was in a raid, and I streamed that so many different times.
I know.
And I hate not raid leading.
I know.
Because I don't follow people's orders well, and I think I'm smarter than everyone in the room.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't
we
go well.
we all know that.
Well aware.
So if I'm not raid leading,
you were our raid leader for a while, right? Which isn't true. I mean, like,
if enough people get on and I can see like it would be really
right.
easy to recruit, maybe I would reform the guild and start raid leading again.
No, the thing is that it sucks.
That's why it was good being a
tank. Right? No,
yeah.
you are very structured.
You would leave me
are a very
alone.
good raid lead. Like I think you're a great raid lead.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think you're great. I think even the one time that you couldn't be there, all I did was try to pretend to be just like you.
Yeah, just keep. It's tasty.
Your
Yeah, I was like,
Leo
calm
face.
down, Vic. We
I'm
just like, you
sorry.
don't need this.
I'm gonna have to end this podcast soon. Compliments
But no,
overflowing
it sucks
me.
because when you are good at something, it's hard to not be confident and happy and excited about that thing. But I know how hard it is. It's like me going to weddings. It's like going to a wedding I'm not planning.
A random person's wedding that you just show up at?
No, like when I'm at someone. Like,
She's a wedding.
I know,
She's
but the
the
way that you
opposite of a
said
wedding
that,
crasher.
the way that you said that, you're like,
when
I go to weddings.
when I'm invited to
Yeah.
weddings, when I'm invited to weddings,
When I just show
This
up.
is her
you know?
20th marriage, by the way.
Oh my god. There's a wedding at that hotel. You want to go? We just like walk in. Oh, okay, continue. When you get
Why
invited
is
to
it
someone
that a
else's wedding.
movie?
Right.
Wedding Crashers?
Shut up.
No,
Wedding Crashers is
Wedding Crashers is just to the end goal there is a little bit different than if a couple
right.
goes
that
to
is true.
random
That
weddings
is true.
and pretends to be there. Like their entire motive is different. So it's a different movie.
Yeah, no, I just know I know the feeling which I could be doing this so much better. I could fix this. I could if they just listen to me.
Yeah.
What, streaming?
No, with weddings.
With the weddings. Like I know that
Oh.
I understand
okay.
like when he's not raid leading and he has to listen to someone else raid lead. Even this old
Okay.
guild he was running with was like, Red, what do you think we should do?
And I'm like, oh, well, we should probably set it up like this. I would definitely move this over here. I would definitely not absorb the second one. I'd do this third one, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, all right, we're going to try that. And then they would get used to the way that they do calls, and it would come up to the point that I gave suggestions in the fight, and then they'd revert back to their old ways because they're just doing calls based off of muscle memory, not based off of reactionary. And the one time that we did it the way that I suggested, we got the kill. But we still had to go another 7 times before I was all like, well, we didn't actually absorb 2 of them there. We only absorbed the 1 and then we moved. And like, oh, okay, we'll try it this time. That happened 6 times before they actually did what I wanted them to do. And then when we did it one time,
See, that to me is
it worked.
that is very frustrating because it's one of those I understand, but as someone who I guess can't see things, I'm not an expert, right? Like I'm an expert in the things that I know how to do, right? And I get that. And people usually respect that. They're usually like, "Oh, well, you do this for a living, like you know what you're doing." And I'm like, "Yeah. It's also like not rocket science." So like I think there's like a level of like understanding and experience that I've always struggled with the game. That's something that I'm a little nervous about raid, but at the same time like I'm obviously going to care about the raid because of the lore, implications with it, but
it is worth saying that you're not even subbed to WoW right now.
I'm not.
You've not played World of Warcraft since probably October.
Yeah.
You've not been subbed to it since October.
I played, I was actually unsubbed before that, and then I came back because you were like, well, let's level up our...
Guys, get ready for the patch. Because they just announced the PTR and the patch was coming up soon.
I went on and I actually leveled up my Warlock.
Got him up to a level to where you could start playing again.
Yeah, to current level.
Are you going to resub and maybe play WoW on stream?
I don't know. No. No. I mean, the thing is that you can play for free. Like if you're not gonna do any of the new shit.
Well, you're gonna level up to 20?
Yeah. If you really care about the game, like why are you playing the game? Because you want to play the new shit?
Yeah. I don't want to play this shit that I did 10
Yeah,
years ago.
What
are you talking
really
about?
confused by that question.
No, I just don't know. I just don't feel like I have no desire to like get on and play my character I'm like already like.
There was a part of me when I was a child.
It's not Legion,
It's not Legion, but there was a part of me that when I was a
But
child.
he was a child when Legion was out.
No, I wasn't.
No,
Stop.
when Cataclysm was out. When Cataclysm
Stop
came
it!
out.
Not even when Cataclysm. When I was like 12 years old, when Burning Crusade came out.
Right.
And my parents were my sub because I didn't have money because I was a 12-year-old. And there would be times that they didn't, like, I wasn't playing enough for them to continue having my sub, so I didn't have it anymore. I played the most because I would have so many free trial cards from my purchases of, like, the expansions and stuff that I would get on, make a fake email, type in the free trial code, and play for 10 days straight of me leveling up to 20 on as many characters as I could because that's all you could do in the free trial back in the day. So I understand where you're coming from. It's like, why are you playing the game? Yeah, going through the raid content, going through the dungeon content, that's all like the most recent stuff. But also, just playing the game is fun.
Right, and I think that's Yeah, the world of Warcraft.
The world is the biggest selling point,
Well,
which is why it's funny that you don't see a lot of it.
Not anymore.
You don't see like barely of it. Well, and to tell you the truth though, like I had a really good time leveling up my warlock through a Covenant that I didn't think I would enjoy.
Night Fae?
Yeah.
I was surprised you hated the Night Fae.
I didn't like the questing at first. I hated the zones. I hated the quests. I didn't want to be there.
I was
like,
like,
I don't even want to be here right now.
Every time I did the Covenant campaign for Night Fae, I was like, Vicky would love this. Vicky would love this Covenant campaign.
No, well, the campaign is much better.
I mean, the Covenant campaign was a little lame because I feel like it didn't go hard enough into everything.
But it was...
I felt like it was focused too much on Tyranda's, which is another thing that I'm really upset about. Why couldn't Tyranda just still be a night warrior? Why couldn't she just be the embodiment of Elune's vengeance?
Because she was going to die.
She was cool.
She was
going to die.
No, they made it because she was going to die.
But that's fine. I was totally cool with
that. They didn't have to make it something that she would die. She could have just totally been a badass. The end.
I mean,
she didn't have to die from it.
It was too powerful. That was the thing. Is she was too powerful. We got to start wrapping up here in a second, but I do want to continue with, or go back to Vicky hating the Night Fae so much on her boomkin in the first patch of Shadowlands.
Yeah.
She hated the Night Fae so much she chose the Venthyr on a boomkin.
The Venthyr were cooler though. The zone was cooler.
For anyone who doesn't play World of Warcraft,
one-shotting people is cooler than the Venthyr.
Hitting a button and going Mach 5 and casting your spells like a psycho is cool.
When they let you practice it, I wasn't mastering it. I didn't like it. I didn't like that I couldn't move. You
can move.
When I played it, it canceled my cast.
Because you kept clicking it.
Well, I can't have an ability that I'm not going to be good at.
Yeah, you didn't like...
I didn't like it. I was like, what the fuck? This is a total waste.
Yeah, she does this thing where she'll spam the button until she sees it casting.
Yeah, which is a bad habit to do in World of Warcraft.
So on channels,
I guess
if you do that, it stops
ability queuing.
Yeah, no, I overcast 100% of the time. That's usually what those things say to me. But, you know...
Well, I played Affliction Lock, so there wasn't really a lot of casting.
Right,
so it automatically goes into a GCD, so maybe that's a problem I just don't know that I have.
You also play Monk, which does the same thing.
Moonkins, you have to
Rogue and
not
Assassin.
hit the button twice or you'll stop doing it. And I fucked that up a lot.
Same with like Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest, it's a lot of channels. So.
But you know what? It is one of those things where like maybe I'll get back into it and maybe I won't. You know, I'm not gonna say right now how I feel about it. I just want to play Planet Zoo right now. I want to play right now. I'm like annoyed that I'm started playing.
I've been annoyed that I downloaded Zoo Tycoon 2 for you, but I also was all like, oh, I can't wait to play again. And I've not been able to play because, again, she's been on my PC forever. So, like, I think right after this podcast, I'm going to get on and play.
To me, it's just like...
Zoo Tycoon?
Yeah, I love that game. That's my game.
Now for me, it's like... Now I've made a game that I can't play for fun. I have to play for stream.
Yeah, but you can't yell at the animals, Red. It's not gonna help.
I can't yell at the animals to soak orbs and to do more dots. I can't yell at them.
He does like games
they
like
can't
that. He does
live
like it.
better.
Yeah, God.
Stop running.
You fucking gator, get in that circle, soak it! Soak the goddamn circle!
The thing is that you do enjoy games like that, but you're not gonna do it in a way that I like it.
No.
So it's something we can't do together.
I'm
like, why would you put
you
that
to
there?
it.
Why would you put that there?
Exactly. I introduced you to it. I introduced you to the world of zoos and the simulation zoo games with Zoo Tycoon 1. And then we went to Zoo Tycoon 2 because I was like, the graphics were better. You could actually go down on their level. We tried that. You loved it so much. And then you made me buy you Planet Zoo on Steam. It's not on my Steam. It's on her Steam. And I've never played Planet Zoo because I didn't like how complex it was. It's insanely complex. And she loves that idea of it. So she's always... I started the zoo monster, which is great.
Well, I mean, I went to business school, so it's like... It's being able to be creative in a sense of like putting things wherever I want them to be, designing things to be however I want them to look, not worrying about overlapping pieces that you place.
But also pretending to own a business.
Yeah.
And employees.
Yeah, and like managing the employees and managing the money, the ins and outs.
With the super cuteness of red pandas and snow leopards. Yeah, like, it's just everything.
It's like the ultimate thing for me.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad you like it so
It's
much.
like if I could do home renovations, like honestly, like Sims. Like I probably would enjoy Sims.
That was...
Like, look at Animal Crossing. I fucking design people's homes and I just leave the house. Like, I just design them a house and then I leave the island.
Yeah.
I know. It's like...
You
I don't know.
You'd love Sims, and I think you would love Viva Pinata. Any of those simulation games, I think you'd have a good time with. But that's a really good full circle. We literally started talking about that, and now we're ending with it. That's fun.
Oh my gosh.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
That's how podcasts work.
I guess.
I wanted to thank everybody for supporting us on our first podcast. Thank you so much for checking that out on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're going to start posting the podcasts on other platforms such as iTunes and anywhere else you can get your podcasts eventually. But currently, we're still only going to be posting them to the Sleighingit.Online YouTube. So please go subscribe to that channel. Share that channel if you guys enjoy our podcast or find someone in your life that you think would enjoy the topics we discuss, which is going to be all things gaming.
Yeah.
Everyone is welcome. And if you join our community, which is our Gilded page, links will be down below in the description. You will be able to get the podcast a couple days early. We're going to be posting them only on the Gilded for people who are on the Gilded server. So thank you guys so much for supporting us. Check out our Twitches if you guys want to watch us live stream. I'm Red.
I'm Victoria.
I'm Coughlin, and our Reddit is live.
Yes, baby.
So go to the subreddit, Sleighingit.Online, capital S, capital I, capital O.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see you guys post the memes there about our garbage conversations. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.